got to ask ourselves this question. If Saquon is struggling, what kind of pressure does that put on Jalen to throw the ball? He's got the weapons in Brown. He's got the weapons in Devontae Smith, got at those guys. I get that part. But what kind of pressure does that put on him, and can he respond? I think he can respond. I think he's shown that he can respond. And because I have faith in Jalen Hurts, it's not that Saquon Barkley needs to wet the bed and all of a sudden just nosedive from the kind of season that he had last year. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that he goes from 2,005 yards rushing to 1,300. Can the Eagles still win? Mm-hmm. Can they still get it done? My answer is going to be yes. And that's why I would say to you, they don't need an historic season from Saquon. The operative word is historic. He can nosedive, but they don't need an historic season from him.
I mean, I totally agree with Stephen A. Smith, and shout out to Stephen A. Smith, because he was like one of the few commentators. Maybe he was just trying to go against the grain or whatever. Like during the Super Bowl time, he was the only one saying, like, you know what, like, they could win. They could beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and he was one of the few that was kind of taking up for Jalen Hurts. So shout out to Stephen A. Smith. But let's talk about his talking point. His talking point in the conversation was about Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. Do Saquon Barkley need another historic season for us to win again? And I totally agree. Like, Jalen Hurts can do it. I think a lot of people forget about the 2022-2023 season, whereas though we went to the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. And I can make a case that we can win that Super Bowl if the defense could adjust to the slippery field. Even like C.J. Gardner-Johnson went up like, yo, if you give us the right field, we would have beat them. Like, the field really played into their advantage, and we seen what happened when the field did not play into their advantage, and we beat the hell out of the Chiefs. So, look, Jalen Hurts played great in both Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts showed time and time again he can play at a high level. The game I like to use as an example every single time, and most of us Eagles content creators like to use it, if you go back and watch the Pittsburgh Steelers game, you go back and watch that game, and I give the Steelers credit. They did a really good job against Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley even got hurt in that game, and they made Jalen Hurts throw it. And what did we do? We beat them, throwing the ball against a really good secondary. And, you know, Jalen Hurts comes out with that big old chain. That's what y'all wanted to see, huh? And that's what we did. The only game I say we looked bad on all fronts was really the Panthers game, ironically. Whereas though I thought Jalen Hurts wasn't seeing guys open. I thought the run game was okay. The defense did a great job. But as far as the offense, that's the only time I said the offense looked a little dingy. But other than that, the offense was decent. Well, I could say the Green Bay game too. I ain't like the gameplay in that game either. But other than that, the offense was okay. It lacked creativity a bit, but the offense was okay. But it showed, like, no matter what, Jalen Hurts can win creative offense or not. But if you give him a creative offense, he can take you to the Super Bowl and win. Look at the last two games we played, the Super Bowl and Washington, when we got creative, when Jalen Hurts was in his bag, when Saquon was in his bag. We can blow out any team. And then we show, if you shut down Saquon Barkley, it can get really dark for you. Ask the Chiefs. It got so dark. They kept selling out on the run, selling out. You got John Dotson getting open. You got AJ getting open. You got Devontae getting open. Hell, you had Saquon getting open in the pass game. So Jalen Hurts absolutely can do it. Absolutely can. But with the Eagles, far as even when I'm here in the training camp, we're not going to stray away from the run. We're going to stick to that same plan. If you can't stop the run, we're going to run the ball down your throat. And if you want to sell out, go ahead, sell out. Because then Jalen Hurts going to throw the ball all over you. A lot of these dudes, I think they baiting us or trying to bait the Eagles like, yeah, let's slow them down from using Saquon Barkley. Let's try to discredit Jalen Hurts or what he did. and let the Eagles be stupid enough not to use Saquon and just let Jalen Hurts throw it 1,000,000 times a game, that's the way to beat them. Try to bait them into doing something they really don't want to do. Nah, stick to the same thing. If a team can't stop the run, okay, cool. We're going to run it. Jalen Hurts might throw for 150. That's it. Saquon Barkley might run for 300. But if you stop it and Saquon Barkley run for under 100, Jalen Hurts going to throw the ball all over you. And I think a lot of people are going to be stupid enough. Just use the word stupid. They just going to be stupid enough to sell out on the run. Then AJ is going to have like a historic season. Devontae Smith is going to have a historic season, and Dallas Goedert. Then it's just going to be some teams that are so bad, even if they try to sell out on the run, our offensive line is going to stop them. Saquon Barkley is going to go off. And we just got to me personally, a high chance of just repeating because these teams are idiots. They idiots. They still got smaller D-line on most of the NFC side. They're going to try to blitz them linebackers. And sometimes the blitz don't work because the Rams tried it. And what happened was we beat the blitz. And then there's nobody else that can catch Saquon Barkley. And again, if you got a big front, which Washington is trying to do, we got AJ. Y'all got what? Rookie Trey Amos, who I like. I ain't going front coming out of college. He's not going to be able to stop Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. Marshawn Lattimore, no. I'm telling you, we're going to be dangerous once again. You know we're going to be dangerous when we just nitpicking at Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. We only nitpicking on that and maybe Sidney Brown here and there because we don't know. We nitpicking on 2 positions. We know we good at O-line. We know we good at D-line. We know we good at linebacker. We know we good at quarterback and running back. We know we good at wide receiver and tight end. Maybe we go at Tyler Steen a little bit, but Tyler Steen is starting to have a good camp. So we're going to be fine, man. We definitely going to be fine. And again, yes, I agree with Stephen A. Smith. The Eagles will be fine. The Eagles got a chance to repeat. And no, we do not need Saquon Barkley to have a historic season. You know who you guys should be worried about too? If A.J. Dillon made this team, he's going to be able to run the ball down your throat. Then you got a year 2 and Will Shipley. He's going to be able to run the ball down your throat. And if we keep Montrell Johnson, he's going to be able to run the ball down your throat. Then plus Jalen Hurts can still run. And I didn't even mention Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert is going to go crazy because I think he won another contract. He want to play a couple more years, so he's going to want to have a great season. He had the opportunity to have a historic season, but he got hurt. I think he's going to try his best to stay on the field. He's going to have a great season. So, yes, we don't need Saquon to have a historic season. And if it fall that way, cool. It falls that way. But we don't need him to have a historic season at all. Like Stephen A. and those guys said, if he go to 1,400 yards, we can win the Super Bowl again. We can. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? Is Stephen A. preaching on this one? I'll put a link in the description. But this is Eagle Owl. I'm out.